Hello and welcome. How are you doing today? How is your business strategy doing? When was the last time you took the time to sit down and focus on what your strategy is for the coming horizons stretching out in front of you? Do you have your ducks in a row? Today, we're going to be talking about how stories can help you develop a winning business strategy. Storytelling for strategy? Seriously, Matthew? Yes. If you've heard me once, you've likely heard me twice saying that the magical thing that we call storytelling is so much more than the telling. In fact, what are you doing right now? No, not just sitting at your device enjoying my transatlantic tones. You're living your story. You're on the hunt for techniques and approaches to give you an edge in your business. What about later today? Whatever you find yourself doing, you are making your story. Who knows what will happen? But I'll tell you this, whatever happens becomes the fuel for the stories that you tell. Storytelling is a powerful multi-tool that can help with many facets of business, far beyond just communications. It can also help your business strategy. We're often told in business that we need to have a strategy, of course, but what does it even mean? A strategy is simply a plan of action or a storyline to get you and your business to that objective that you're seeking to achieve. Your strategy determines the what, so what, and now what designed to achieve a specific goal, big or small. To create an effective strategy, first you identify those goals and then determine the best way to achieve them. This is your storyline. Therefore, stories will help you zero in on your objectives and the right elements and ensure that you and your team stay focused on positive outcomes and on that strategy. If you want to use stories as a tool to develop and communicate your business strategy, consider the following. Start with the end in mind. When writing your story for your business strategy, start with the end in mind. Doing this will simulate where you want to go and stimulate ideas for a focused and effective story. And a focused and effective story is going to support a focused and effective strategy. Think of your story as a journey. Consider these questions. What are the desired goals of your company or your project or your product launch? What are those desired goals? How do you and your team think through the difficulties that stand in your way of achieving those goals? How are you going to get there? How are you going to overcome the difficulties to get to where you want to be? What are those hurdles? What are those roadblocks? What are those difficulties? And then ultimately, how do you, your team, and your company untangle that knot of difficulty to achieve that desire? The denouement, as we like to call it here at Go Narrative. A little bit of a hint for you here, in fact, is our 3D story framework. Desire, difficulty, denouement. And yes, you can use this for storytelling. You can also use it as a key to help you unlock your business strategy. What are the key events that need to happen in order for your story to reach its conclusion? How do you map these to what is happening at the beginning, the middle, and end of your story? Thinking just beginning, middle, and end isn't enough. You really do want to focus on your desires, your team's desires, your customers' desires. Maybe there's something specific about your partners or your sales force. What are the desires that are fueling this need for a strategy? What are the challenges, the difficulties that are standing in the way of that? And ultimately, the denouement, how you untangle that knot. By mapping out your strategy ahead of time, you're going to be able to make sure that it stays on track and is effective in helping you manage achieving your goals. So rather than thinking about your story as purely something in the past, a history that you tell, consider your story stretching out into the future. Consider your company's story stretching out into the future. If you could write that future to your future self to eventually be telling the story of where you came from, what you did and what you achieved. What would that look like? It's a fun exercise, and it's going to lead you to where you want to be. Your story strategy is your prediction of where you're going, your roadmap to success. But there's more. We've got an accompanying blog to go with this, where we dig deeper into how to keep your strategy simple, relatable, and positive, while still sprinkling in enough conflict to keep everybody interested and engaged. Because your strategy isn't just about you. It's about your team, partners, and of course, ultimately your customers. Thank you so much for stopping by today. This has been a short and sweet Go Narrative stream, but we're hoping that you get something that you can take away and go and apply immediately today. Let us know how you get on. Reach out and tell us. We're excited to hear from you. Have a fantastic one, and we look forward to hearing from you very soon. Thank you very much. Here's our contact details, by the way. Oh, that's a little bit of a preview of something else. So I wasn't actually going to go into today. We've got a playbook that can help you with all of this. But that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Reach out. Let us know how you get on. And of course, we can't wait to hear your strategy stories and how you apply them. Cheers.